What is going on, Navigation Nation, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon News, where I, PokeNav, bring you all of the latest developments concerning the Pokemon TCG. And today, guys, I've got no shortage of information for you. In fact, today's episode is absolutely jam-packed with new developments, new stories, and new information on the TCG. And if you guys like these episodes, you like learning about new developments within the realm of the Pokemon card world, then go ahead and show your support by giving me that double slap attack, one for that like button, one for that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified each and every time a new video drops, go ahead and thunder punch that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video. And as I said, guys, we've got a lot of news stories here today, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. And the first one here is a real blast from the past, and that is the prototype Blastoise cards from 1998 have been discovered. These were the first English Pokemon cards ever printed. And what's really crazy about this is there is 5 known specimens out there, so 5 known cards, and 4 of the 5 were just graded by CGC Trading Cards. If you guys aren't familiar with CGC, I've done a whole video on them. They are really the new kid on the block for grading companies. They have a past history of grading comic books and just recently got into grading trading cards, specifically Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. And it's just crazy, guys. I mean, these were the first cards ever released. Here is the first prototype. Here is the graded prototype of that same card. And then here is the second version, if you will, which is the more common and well-known hollow background on it compared to the one that you see here, which is more of like a plain hollow. But really interesting to see, you know, where Wizards of the Coast was initially going with the cards and the designs that they had in mind. And we've actually known about these prototype cards for quite some time. As PokeBeach reports here, the first photos were actually posted to a Magic Facebook group in September of 2016 by James Burton, who is a well-known fan in the Magic community. Says that he acquired 2 copies from an ex-Wizards of the Coast employee, Shell Baez. A third copy was found in the storage unit of an old gaming store and shared online by Zechariah Maples in July 2019. And this storage unit was located in Seattle, which is obviously where Wizards of the Coast is based. And then a few months after his discovery, Maples took his card to a former Wizards of the Coast employee named Chris Nitz, who was the lead typesetter for Wizards of the Coast and worked for them 1998 to 2004. And he instantly recognized the card and verified it was real. So really cool here, guys. I just wanted to kind of show this off first and foremost for maybe many of you out there that aren't familiar with this card. But this was really the first card ever outside of Japan, and you know, one of the first cards ever produced by Wizards of the Coast. And just real quick here, we will just run through the different versions. So there is the initial one, the first one ever. Here is the more updated one that Wizards of the Coast, as you can see there, we're going a little bit more for a different starry, kind of different hollow foil background on this. And then here is the one that we are all familiar with, the very first Blastoise. This is the first edition Shadowless limited print that was released. And then here we have the unlimited print as well. So as I said, guys, this is pretty cool. I was really happy to see that PokeBeach had an article on this. I had initially seen the photos of CGC grading these cards on their Instagram page, but I wanted to go through this here today as well, just to give you a little bit of that nostalgic throwback to earlier times. Now, moving on to our next big news story here. If you guys have been watching my videos for the last couple months, one of the products that I've been recommending recently that I think has good short-term potential were the Vivid Voltage build and battle boxes, and specifically because of the Charizard promos that are featured in those particular products. And even more so than that was the potential to pull the staff printed pre-release promos for that Charizard card. And the reason that I bring that up here today is that we have confirmation that staff promos for pre-releases will be discontinued after Vivid Voltage. So stores in the United Kingdom and other European countries have received an email from the Pokemon Company International stating that staff promos for pre-releases will be discontinued after Vivid Voltage. There wasn't any kind of explanation about why this is the case, but the notice from the Pokemon Company read as such: please note that staff promo cards have been discontinued and you will not receive any staff promo cards starting after the upcoming Pokemon TCG expansion. So really there's no reason, I think, for Pokemon to discontinue it. I think it's more or less just the fact that we can just even more so that Pokemon really isn't concerned about the collectors, or especially the investors out there. With something like a staff print on there, that's something that is very fond for collectors, for investors, something unique about a particular product. And as you've seen, especially with this Charizard card here, I mean, this is going for a couple $1,000s on the open market. And so I think Pokemon is just maybe looking at it and saying, what purpose does it really serve, outside of, the intended purpose of having, it available for the staff. But outside of that, I don't think that they're really trying to appeal to the larger collector investor community. I've said it before that I think Pokemon's sole responsibility is to the competitive play arena, and these promo cards, they do create some hype around new sets, but this is something that, on top of that, I think you guys should definitely be looking at for a long-term or a really good value. The fact that we know that Pokemon is not going to be printing these staff pre-release promos anymore, I think these are going to be quite valuable moving on into the future. So if you guys can get your hands on one of these, even in its raw form, and this card can come back a decently high grade, near mint status or better, I think you've definitely got a really good product on your hands for a long-term value. If you guys have been watching the last few episodes of the Pokemon News, you know that there has been a lot of developments around trademarks and trademarks being filed for the Pokemon TCG, and today is no different. We have 3 more potential sets discovered, known as Eevee Heroes, Skystream, and Towering Perfection. These trademarks, again, are filed under the same scope as past trademarks for set names, so these are likely upcoming Pokemon TCG sets. As you guys know before, trademarks are usually discovered 5 to 6 months in advance, and if that precedence holds true, these sets would start to release around June of next year. That would be for the Japanese sets. We would probably get these later on in the year in English and in the rest of the world. But pretty crazy here as well, guys. We've got 3 more trademarks that have been filed for new sets, and we're actually going to get to a confirmation of a new set for March next year. But before we get to that, just want to let you guys know about these as well, and that really 2021 is going to be a jam-packed year for new sets. We also had the confirmation of sets like Matchless Fighter, Silver Lance, and Jet Black Spirit, which those will release earlier on in the year in Japan. Now, chances are we'll probably get the bundled up version of these sets. That's typically what happens in the English expansions, is that they bundle up 2 or 3 Japanese sets and combine it into kind of one massive set that's released to the rest of the world. So I imagine it will probably be something similar here. I don't know if it'll be all 3 of these sets combined, so the Eevee Heroes, Skystream, and Towering Perfection. I don't know if they'll combine them all together, but chances are we'll probably get maybe 2 of the 3 at the very least combined together to have a set that is released to the rest of the world. Alright guys, and we've got one more news story here for you, and as I usually do, I have saved the best for last. Now, I kind of hinted at it earlier about a new set coming out next year. Well, we do have confirmation that none other than Battle Styles is set to release in March of next year. And guys, this set looks really, really awesome. It's releasing on March 19th. As you can see here, we've got the different forms of Urshifu on the pack arts. And let's just go ahead and run through it here, because we've been getting hints of this earlier on with things like Matchless Fighter, Single Strike Master, different sets like that in the Japanese equivalent. But basically what you have here is that you have single strike cards and you have rapid strike cards. And basically the way that it works is a single strike card is designed to be kind of one explosive attack on there, you know, one big kind of knockout attack that different Pokemon will have in this set. A Rapid Strike Pokemon is more of a style where it kind of slowly beats down your opponent and is a little bit more sneaky, has a little bit more technical strikes to it. And essentially what Pokemon has done, from what I understand, is that they're really encouraging competitive players to develop their decks around one or the other. Are they going to be more of a single strike master, or are they going to be more of a rapid strike master? So it's really two different strategies that they can go about in constructing their overall deck. Now, we've got some other cards in here that have been released, so I figured we could definitely run through those today, as well as the products that have also been revealed for this battle style set. And as you can see here, we've got the logo, which looks really cool, kind of going along the same theme as the other aesthetic features of other Sword and Shield sets that have been released. Here we've got the different pack arts, which, like I said, guys, they all look really, really awesome. We got the different forms of Urshifu on there, Tyranitar. The Elite Trainer boxes especially. These Elite Trainer boxes look really, really awesome. One of the best ETBs artworks that I've seen in quite some time. All right, let's go ahead and run through some of these cards that have also been released. So here you've got an Imbor, and what I really like is, you know, this single strike. They've got that print on there. It kind of reminds me of like the old Team Magma, Team Aqua logos that they would print on the cards as well. And essentially that's kind of what they've done here with the you know, the single strike or the rapid strike, is they're kind of harkening back to the old Holland Phantoms, Team Aqua, Team Magma, those kind of strategies where you've got Pokemon or groups of Pokemon that have this kind of designation about them. And it won't be for all Pokemon, just so you guys know. It's not for every single Pokemon in the set. It is for a limited bunch that will have either single strike or rapid strike in the name. Here you've got an Octillery Rapid Strike. Here we've got the Empoleon V Rapid Strike. A Mienshao Rapid Strike. Here's that single strike Urshifu V. So that's really cool. Again, I love the artwork. I love the fact that they're bringing the logos, you know, back in here. Again, very reminiscent to older sets that featured this. Rapid Strike Urshifu V. Oh, and here we go, the Rapid Strike Urshifu V Max. There is a lot going on in these cards, and I have to say I love it. Houndoom Single Strike, we saw this one earlier, and here we have the Tyranitar V Single Strike as well. If you guys want, you can always jump on to PokeBeach, check out some of the English trailers that have been released for this set. Here you've got some of the Japanese products as well, which, you know, these look really cool. You guys know me. I love the Japanese products as well. There's a lot of products that are only released in Japan that we don't get to the rest of the world. And here's some of the other cards that have been revealed in here. The other thing that I want to stress is that the Rapid Strike and Single Strike will not just be for Pokemon, but it'll be for trainer cards, energy cards. It kind of encompasses you know, the entire set as a whole, which again is very reminiscent to what we saw in older sets, Team Aqua, Team Magma, Holland Phantoms, which I think is really cool. Pokemon is really bringing back some of these older concepts and incorporating them into modern products. And here's one here, the Honey Trainer card. As you can see, you've got the Single Strike and the Rapid Strike logos on there, which really is really cool. Here we've got premium trainer boxes. These look awesome. Looks like there's, gosh, 13, 14, a lot of packs in there. We'll just say that. Looks like there's going to be a lot of packs featured in here. You've got all the dice, everything that you would normally get like in an English ETB. Here's a few more cards. Wow. I mean, these, I have to say, guys, these look pretty awesome. And Pokemon really kept this one under wraps for the most part. We really didn't have a whole lot of information leading up to this big reveal for battle styles. So I have to say kudos to Pokemon for being able to keep this one you know, closed off for as long as they did. Here's some Pokemon Center online exclusive items. You can find these on the Japanese Pokemon Center website, which is really cool. They've got Karina on these, which good to see her back in action once again. So those all look really, really beautiful. But yeah, guys, that's essentially it in a nutshell. So Pokemon is really kind of taking a different approach with this set from the competitive arena. I like the fact that they're bringing back many of the concepts that they had in older sets, you know, more kind of vintage style sets, and incorporating them into modern products. Who knows, maybe this is kind of an early sign of things to come later on next year as we get closer to that 25th anniversary set. Who knows, Pokemon may bring back even more nostalgic concepts, and we may see something that we really, really like for that 25th anniversary set. So that is going to do it for today, fellow navigators. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of the Pokemon News. We had a lot of really interesting drops today, and I can imagine it's only going to be more so in the weeks to come. So be sure you've got that notification bell hit so that you don't miss an updated video. Other than that, guys, I will see you all next time. My name is PokéNav. I'm here to help you navigate the world of Pokemon one video at a time, and I will see you all in the next video.